the floodgates will open up to you and manifestation will flow so much better for you if you implement any one of these 3 things that I'm going to share with you now. The first one, I, like probably any other human, have found that often my life tends to operate in seasons, and I'll have seasons where things are flowing to me really abundantly and others where things feel a bit slow or I'm in a tougher, lower place mentally. But if I reverse engineer the seasons in my life where I've felt like a magnet to what I wanted to manifest, I would put it down to any one of these 3 things. The first one is to have more fun. The times in my life when I am so busy enjoying it are the times in my life where things are just thriving in the background, whereas the times when I am depriving myself of having fun, forgetting that it's important to make time for things that I enjoy just for the sake of enjoyment, and when I'm very much in my head overthinking everything and overthinking my dreams and goals, things don't seem to flow as easily when I'm doing that. So what did you used to love to do that perhaps you haven't done in a while? What did you used to love to do just for fun when you were younger, that for whatever noble reason as an adult you've believed the story that you're too grown up for that, or you don't have time for that, or it's too silly, or whatever, right? If you only saw life through the lens of prioritizing feeling good and prioritizing fun, what would you start doing effective immediately? How could you redesign your day-to-day life and inject more fun into that? How could you romanticize your life? How could you make your life more magical? Could it be going outside more, going for beautiful walks in nature? Could it be scribbling, doodling, and painting random things each day? Could it be picking up that guitar or that piano that you used to love to play and get lost in? Could it be just having a dance party in your kitchen every morning while you are making breakfast and clearing the dishes? Like, in what ways could you inject more fun into your day? Perhaps also fun forms of exercise. If exercise has turned into a chore for you, what are more fun ways that you could exercise where you're so busy enjoying the activity that you don't even realize that you're burning all of these calories and working your muscles? And connected to this having more fun thing, I also want to emphasize, ideally, let this fun be away from technology. If we feel like we don't have time, or we can't remember the last time we just did something like what I just shared, it might be because the scroll addiction has taken over us. It might be because the Netflix addiction has taken over us, right? And what if you could disconnect from that mental drain that is just wrecking with your dopamine levels and not making you feel your best? What if you could have a healthy detox from that and then gain more time, more energy, more mental space to do things that genuinely nourish your soul and fill you back up again? So number 1 is have more fun. Number 2, start talking to yourself better. Start speaking encouragingly to yourself. Let yourself know every day that you're here for you, that you're doing a great job, that you're proud of you. Acknowledge what you do every day. It can be common to have an internal dialogue that is constantly just picking apart what you aren't good at and over criticizing yourself and beating yourself up in the name of motivating yourself to be better. Whereas actually what most of us need is a kind voice of encouragement, is a supportive voice of recognition, is a loving voice of kindness, is a loving voice of affection. Give yourself the gift of speaking to yourself nicely. Yes, you deserve it just for existing. You don't need to be better or reach a certain target or change who you are before you're allowed to speak to yourself like that. It might feel weird at first if you're a bit out of practice, or if perhaps no one's ever spoken to you like that before, but I promise you, you can do it, and it will get easier. And it will get easier very quickly, because all human beings respond well to positive reinforcement, to love. So basically, give yourself love. And that doesn't just mean, oh, I'm going to give myself love with a glass of wine or a face mask or eating some chocolate. No, because you could be wearing a face mask and still feeling crap about yourself and talking shit about yourself. Okay? Lucie, well done today. I'm really proud of you. I see you for everything you've been doing lately. And I know that it hasn't always been easy. I just want to acknowledge you for what a great job you're doing. You've been doing this, and as well, you've had that going on. And also on top of that, you're a brilliant daughter, you're a brilliant wife. I acknowledge you. You're doing really well. Or you look at yourself in the mirror and just smile at yourself rather than look at yourself with a negative expression. Focus on what's beautiful about yourself rather than hyperfixating on the parts that you're not happy with. Give yourself a smile is the simplest way to get the ball rolling with this process of being more kind to yourself. By having a friend in yourself, what you are doing is you're making it feel safe to be here with you. And that is Manifestation Fundamental 101. If you can feel safe to exist in your own body and you can feel good about the person that you are, then you've got strong foundations to allow yourself to receive more love, to receive more money, to treat your body with respect and find it easy and effortless to stick to your health and fitness goals. Like, doors will open and manifestations will flood to you when you stop treating yourself like your worst enemy, right? Get yourself on side. Spoil yourself with love. Value yourself. If you're struggling with self-worth, if you're struggling to close clients because you don't feel worthy of X, Y, or Z, like, okay, so start treating yourself like you would treat your own best friend rather than bullying yourself. And then you will find that you feel more valuable, more worthy of receiving because you're getting used to giving to yourself and receiving that treatment. The third practice I would recommend that you incorporate into your life more to get the floodgates to open and manifestations to flow is to prioritize supporting your nervous system. So often we are living in a stressed state when we don't need to be. We might be chronically in a fight or flight mode when we don't need to be. And again, technology, social media, the pace of life, the programming of modern society often has trained us to be in a habit of always feeling like we're in a rush, there's not enough time, we're impatient, we've got that instant gratification addiction going on. All of these things don't help support you in relaxing into your body, in feeling safe in your nervous system. And when you are living and operating from a safe nervous system, you will feel safe to receive so much more. Your capacity to receive more abundance will flow to you. It will be easier for you to take the simple action required to move forwards in your life. You will feel safer to receive love and affection from others. The benefits are endless. Okay, so how do we support our nervous system? You can research different practices. There are things like EFT tapping, which is phenomenal, forms of breath work, which are life-changing, but bite-sized stuff. It doesn't have to be like, oh yes, I need to suddenly incorporate all of these complicated things into my routine. You know, when you are sat down and eating, eat mindfully. Sometimes I find myself eating and then I'm like, why am I not breathing at the same time? Like, why am I rushing this meal? And so when I catch myself like that, I just pause. I decide I'm going to slow down and enjoy the process of eating this meal. Taking deep breaths whenever you catch yourself feeling a bit stressed and anxious is the easiest way that you can regulate your nervous system in that moment. Give yourself 10 deep, slow breaths. You can even breathe deeply now while you're listening to my voice. And the first few might not make much of a difference. Your brain might still be skeptical and thinking that it's not going to help or that you don't have time to do this, blah, blah, blah. That's just the old stressed out mindset trying to cling on. And then you keep breathing deeply. And you can even imagine the stress melting away on the exhales. You can picture good energy flowing into your body in the inhale. And any thoughts, any worries that don't serve you, exiting your body on the exhale. And as you breathe more and more deeply, you realize that you start to feel more present, more calm. It almost feels like the wheels are turning a bit more slowly in a nice way. You realize that maybe there isn't a rush in this moment. You realize that, wow, there's this whole beautiful world around me that I wasn't able to see or feel or experience when I was all stressed out and in my head. Your body is thanking you for taking this time to breathe. It has positive effects on your nervous system, obviously, your immune system, your mental health, your emotions, your vibration. It's easier for you to regulate your emotions, so you'll be less snappy, less stressy, less irritable. You're able to think more clearly. You're able to feel more safe. There is no need for stress when you are not in imminent danger. It's as simple as that. But us humans, we tend to sometimes activate the stress response and then stay in stress. day in, day out, maybe even for years. It almost becomes a way of living. It doesn't matter how long you may have been feeling stressed for. Anyone can break that habit very easily and very simply by returning to your breath anytime you need it. So having more fun, speaking to yourself with kindness, and prioritizing supporting your nervous system. You do any one of these things, or ideally all three, and you commit to it, you make it part of your normal way of living for the next 30 days, for the next 90 days, you will be unrecognizable. You will find life feel so much easier, and you will find things flow to you at more of a pace, at more of a speed than ever before. Things will fall into place. You'll find yourself more in alignment with more miracles. Things will just work out for you more of the time. It is life-changing stuff. Let me know if this was a useful reminder for you today. If you would like my support more on your journey, then I would love for you to join Align, my manifestation program, where I will guide you through a 90-day process to help you basically go deeper on this work that I've shared with you today. I'll put the details down below to join the wait list so that you can be notified when the doors to Align reopen. I've also created something called the 21-day Release the Blocks Challenge. 3 weeks of bite-sized lessons, just one short lesson per day, helping you to rewire your subconscious, raise your vibration, and align yourself with the life that perhaps you've always wanted, but you've just been lacking the framework or the focus to bring it about into your reality now. So if you'd like to dive into the 21-day Release the Blocks Challenge, I'll put the link down below as well. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure to give us a thumbs up. If you haven't done so already, feel free to hit the subscribe button and ring my bell so you never miss another video. And if you're listening on podcasts, thank you for listening with us. Feel free to press follow and leave a 5-star review. Until next time, bye.